When people make the wrong choice, when people make the wrong decision in their own life, you can't blame your failure on other people because you have your own mind to make your own choice and to make your own decision. So you can't blame another person for every single last one of your failures. Look at yourself in the mirror. When you make the wrong choice and when you make the wrong decision, God says these are the beginnings of sorrow. Okay? These are the beginning of sorrow. Now, another word for sorrow is grief and heaviness and pain and consuming grief and distress. Grief in your body, distress in your mind. Grief and sorrow causes pain. A very sad person, deeply grieved, exceeding sorrowful. And your life is filled with burden after burden upon burden upon burden because you made the wrong choice. You didn't consider God. You never paid attention to God. You may have thought you got over when you were in your 20s. You surely didn't pay attention in your 30s because you thought you knew everything. The grief hit you real hard when you got in your 40s. Hardship after hardship after hardship, and you still didn't get your heart right with God. It's difficult to live in your 50s and your heart is not right with God. Grief and sorrow will hit you at every turn, in your mind or physically in your body. Now you in your 60s and you still blaming people because you lack and you don't have anything for yourself. Grief and sorrow and exceeding pain in your 60s is very difficult and very bad when you don't really have God in your life. Y'all better wake up. You're not gonna always be 25. You're not gonna always be 35. You're not gonna always be 45. You're not gonna always be 50. But when you turn 60 and 65 and 70 and 75 and you still don't have your heart in the right place with God, you're gonna understand what it really feels like to be very sad all the time, to live in grief all the time, and have the banner of sorrow over your head because you chose not to choose God. And now you stuck on stupid.